Hello guys, Luca Santos here from ACY Securities, Technical Market Analyst. It's Friday, 19th of May, 2023, and today I want to bring a bit of a different video for the channel here. I just want to, make a analysis for the next week. First of all, I'm in the office, so this is to be a very sort of a relaxed video, sort of chatting with you guys as well. I would love to read the comments down below if someone have any questions during the analysis I'm gonna give to you all. Please put in the comments, give us a like. I would love to interact with you all as always. Okay, so what's the principle of this? Well, I'm gonna be doing every Friday, and will be released probably Monday morning. So when you watch these, you will probably notice that your chart will be looking a bit different from my chart, but it doesn't matter, because what we're going to do is going to focus on the week ahead. So we're going to check on the economic calendar what we're going to have from interesting points, and we're going to screen sort of the what's going to happen in which pair, right? So we're going to go over a few pairs, and please as well, if I don't cover a pair that you use to trade, just put down below as well when we go from there. Okay, next week I do your pair as well. All right, so let's start here with FinLogix. All right, so it's a free tool. It's a sister company, Zero Logic sister company from ACY Securities. Let's start looking at the calendar, right? So what we're gonna have for next week. So if you click here, economic calendar, you're gonna have access to it, and we can select next week already. All right, radio. So this is Sydney time. Okay, so it's going to be already Monday 22nd. So we're going to have a look from Monday to Friday. Right. So Monday, we won't have much impact on the market, right? So Monday is usually a bit slow into the market because we had 2 days closed. Traders are coming back and building positions. The only few things we're going to have that can impact a few other currencies will be the China loan prime rate 5-year May and the prime rate 1 year as well. Can affect our Australian dollar a bit. Okay. We're going to have Japan machinery orders, industrial production, not much here. Tuesday, consumer confidence. Okay, so this is going to be very important to us, right? So if you don't know what's consumer confidence, you can click on the consumer confidence, and it's going to open sort of explanation, the upcoming, when it's going to be, how many hours left, the frequency, and so on. It's a very nice platform. You have a lot of things here to explore, but this is not for today. Right, so Tuesday, next week. So Tuesday, we're going to have the Euro area consumer confidence. So pay attention on these. All right, so if the number comes higher than expected, it will be positive. So we're already expecting from previous month 17, negative 17.5, we're expecting 17. So higher the number is, it's better. Australia, Judo Bank, PMI flash. Okay, so we're going to have manufacturing and services PMI, the flash PMI. So higher the number here as well, it's going to be better to us. All right, so we're expecting a decline from previous month to this month, 3.4, and here we're expecting a up move, 1.6. right? Japan manufacturing PMIs and services PMI on Japan as well, 10:30. Manufacturing PMI as well. So Tuesday basically is going to be a very sort of a PMI and services, manufacturing and services PMI. Sorry. So we have to pay attention on Tuesday. Is probably going to have a lot of opportunities to us, even on the US. Okay. Wednesday, we have the new home sales in April. We have interest rate decision for the RBNZ. All right, so that's very important to us. We need to pay attention on what they will do. So we are expecting a 25 basis point hike. I can talk a little bit more in depth afterwards once we come to the New Zealand dollar pairs, right? So we're gonna have PPIs as well. We're gonna have inflation rate. This is very, very important. Okay, so we need to pay attention on inflation on Wednesday. Sydney time is going to be 4 o'clock. We're expecting a huge decline on inflation on UK, right? So if it comes lower than expected, we will have a very, very weak GBP. If it comes higher than expected, we're going to have a very strong GBP, all right? We're going to have IFO business climate on German or Euro. And Thursday, we're going to have the FOMC minutes. We need to pay attention. We need to read the minutes. I will explain to you all how to do this. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. We don't have retail sales on Friday, 4 o'clock for GBP. Right. So you already know what we have to pay attention. So please note it down. Come back to the video, note it down what you need to pay attention every day. And as well, I will ask Dave to put the link down below in the description for you all. Okay. So let's jump into the charts here. Let's see what we got. Let's go for the majors one first. Euro dollar. This one as well. GBP JPY, perfect. USD JPY, LD CAD, and this one. Okay. All right. Let's start on the 4 hour. I do my analysis on the 4 hour. Okay. I have a few positions open. I hope you guys don't mind. Euro dollar, GBP USD, GBP JPY, no. USD JPY, yes. USD CAD. Euro dollar, Aussie dollar, of course. USD CHF as well. Perfect. Okay. Right. Let's just start with the most tradable. I would say the biggest liquidity on the market. Euro dollar. Well, why I shorted euro dollar on the top here, right? Well, there are a few things that is going on. So we need okay, guys, so before we start, it's going to be a bit different from what Duncan do, all right? So Duncan do more technical perspective. I'm going to be doing more a fundamental perspective. So what you can do, I'm not that good as Duncan or senior strategist at ACY Securities on technical analysis. So you can combine both of videos, all right? And you can use technicals and fundamentals together and line it up an idea and go from there. All right. So why did I short the euro, right? Because I bought a US dollar. So when you short a currency, you basically selling the base and buying the quote, right? In this case, I bought a US dollars and short a euro. As we all know, we are having a huge impact on the market for the US debt crisis that is going on. So Joe Biden is trying to see what they're going to do. Not only Joe Biden, but most of the White House trying to arrange meetings and so on, but they couldn't yet. So still a bit of uncertainty on the market. Are they going to raise the debt ceiling? Are they going to keep same? We don't know, right? So this is bringing tension to the market. And if you raise the debt ceiling, because the market's pricing in already, as we can see, the US dollar, it's rising, right? We can see on the DXY later. We have, where's my DXY here? Just a moment. US dollar index, perfect. I can show you very quick. We had a huge move to the upside this week. Due to the market, it's pricing in a move to the upside on the debt ceiling, so an increase on the debt ceiling, so the ceiling would be go higher. And with that, the central bank, the Fed, can basically print money without any. I'm sharing my screen, am I? Okay, good. You can basically, the Fed can basically print money without any problems of inflation, and these will lead to a stronger US dollar. Okay, so this is basically why I'm shorting euro dollar and Europe. As well, we had yesterday on Thursday for me, remember, I was on bed already, but I was checking my phone. We had a huge move to the downside on the requests for employment. So if we check the data here pretty quick, yesterday, we can see, just a moment, it was load more here. So we had the United States continuous jobless claims. They were expecting that number, and it came much lower than expected. Same as here, initial jobless claim May. So they were expecting 254,000, and it came 242,000. So much lower than expecting. And this is good because people are still on the job. They are not getting off there. So that's fantastic. Right. So this is pretty much why I've been very bullish on US dollar, and I think they will continue for another week and a half, right? Same here on GBP USD. So the way I enter into the market is I analyze the fundamental way, right? Because there's a few people that always ask me what sort of entry points do you have? Well, if you see here on my entry, I always wait for those consolidations, right? So when we have a consolidation, is basically the big boys, right? The central, sorry, not the central banks, the big banks doing placing orders into the market. When they're placing orders into the market, they can't only place $100 million there and that's it. They need to place a bit, another bit, another bit, another bit. So this generates a consolidation on the market. And if you can understand sort of where the fundamental side is going to, there you have it, right? So these are the perfect ways for you to place your orders as well, place with them, right? And usually when it breaks to the downside or to the upside, it come back and retests, right? So when it break to the downside, it generated a little bit, little consolidation. This is where I entered this short here. But you had many other opportunities, and it's happening again, right? So we are having this consolidation here, and this is why I shorted again. I may hit stop loss. That's fine. It's under my risk management. We always have to trade with 1% of capital, right? Anyways, talking too much. Next one, GBP USD. Well, I still thinking that we can get a bit lower on GBP USD, right? So if we go to the 1 hour chart, same thing was happening here. We had this consolidation that is going on. UK, if the inflation come much lower than expected, as we are looking to the economic calendar on Thursday, if I'm not wrong, then will be a good opportunity as well for us to look for shorts on the market. But if it comes much higher than expected, and the market, it's going to be surprised, then the GBP is going to be strong because the interest rate we need to go higher, right? Because inflation is not getting cooled down. With that, the central bank needs to raise interest rates again. Okay, so again, euro dollar is too short. GBP USD is too short. USD JPY again. We had I didn't catch any trades here, but we had all of these consolidation phases. I took a loss last week on this one here. Unfortunately, sorry. I closed it earlier here, unfortunately. Otherwise, I could be holding this trade until now. But that's how trade works. Anyways, so we may experience here a bit different moves, right? Let me drink a bit of water here pretty quick. Why is that? Well, once you have USD strong and JPY being very dovish on the monetary policy and the yield curve control changes, we can short JPY, right? Because they don't know what they need to do and they're not doing anything. So investors are like, I don't want to get my money there. So all the flows right now is going to US, right? So this week was pretty chill to buy US dollars, all right? And I think it will again, USD JPY can come all the way to somewhere around these levels here, right? So 139, 140. 140 would be the next even number. So 140. That would be my next resistance where USDJPY can maybe feel something and get to a pullback. Well, it's not there yet, so maybe we can get there with the strength on the depth ceiling sort of how can I tell this? I can say we don't know what's going to happen and the market's already pricing in something. Next, USD CAD. USD CAD there's not much to do here as well. We always have a range market on USD CAD, so I don't trade USD CAD. But in my opinion, again, you know, we have a USD base. I would still look for opportunities here if the depth ceiling continue to increase and increase. Aussie dollar. Well, there we have it. Aussie dollar, right? So we are on a very big consolidation. And what I've just mentioned to you all, if we have consolidations, we have players placing orders, right? Last central bank meeting from RBA, the Reserve Bank of Australia, we had a surprise. We had a huge move on the on the Australian dollar because no one was expecting them to hike the interest rate because they paused 2 months ago, 1 month and a half ago, and everyone was expecting them to keep the market as it was paused, right? Well, it didn't happen that, and we can clearly see on the chart, right? We can clearly see this movement was purely unexpected rates increase, rates hiked. So the market already priced it in. And again, we had a huge consolidation on the upside, right? And then all the way down. Well, I continue to expect that we can have a breakout to the downside on this market, all right? And we can aim this region here, 0.60. It's my place that I'm looking at, right? So somewhere around these areas here. Will these go there? It can go, but it's going to be a very, very long target. So this is what I'm saying. Let's have a look in the 15 minutes chart. For next week, I think, you know, we're having this shoot to the upside here since yesterday, but still we on a very, very downtrend, and we need to know what's going to happen basically on US debt. So if we don't have a certain move on the US debt, we sort of gambling on the market, and we don't want these traders. We want data, and then we want to analyze the data, and then we want to take decisions based on the data, right? USD CHF. Well, CHF pretty strong right now. Okay, so this would be the only currency I would buy this week, but I didn't because again, US debt prices is, you know, and all of those things are going. So, but I would buy against JPY, let's say, right? I would buy against CHF CAD as well. But you know, the most volatile market I would say would be CHF JPY. So we could have a look for next week again on CHF JPY. Well, I was talking to a few friends, and they work for ING, and they had targets around this level, 103, 104. So we may expect, okay, maybe today, maybe next week, the market to come to 104. All right, on USD index. So if the USD index is going up, then we're going to have a strong dollar, as I just mentioned, and we can get opportunities on long dollar and short any other currency. right? So just again, I still having a look on euro dollar to the downside, GBP USD as well to the downside. USD JPY, I'm looking to the 140 range, 140 mark. USD CAD, I don't trade much. As I mentioned, it's a range market. Aussie dollar, I would say that this is going to be a very good trade, all right, soon. But I'm looking to the downside moves as well. USD CHF, not trading this pair. And USD Index DXY, we're looking to the 1.4 target, all right, for next week. All right, traders, please, again, leave a comment. It's going to be a very short one just for today, testing out, see what you guys think. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and turn it on the notification so you have Duncan videos every day. You have Nathan Bray as well, and we have me maintaining the information to you all the most accurate as we can. Right, so you have a lovely weekend, and I don't know what time you're watching this, but yeah, have a good trading week, guys. Bye bye.